What's up everybody, back with another Honkai Star World video, and in this video we're going to talk about what is the best world to farm in Simulated Universe for their planar ornaments, as right now there is a double drop rate. Now we've already had our first reset and we only have, I believe, 3.5 days left, right? So not many more drops left. Unfortunately, I do wish the event was longer, but it is double drop rates, so make sure you don't miss it like I did, when I slept too much and then I woke up and I actually missed it on accident. I was at the first boss to get the first drop and I got hit with reset. Very unfortunate, so make sure that doesn't happen to you. But let's get into the video on what's the best one to farm is. So World 3 is going to be the attack and HP one, right? World 4 is the break effect and energy regeneration one. World 5 is going to be your effect hit rate and crit damage. And World 6 is going to be your defense and crit rate set. So, obviously, when you're farming for double drops, you can get either of the two sets. And when you're farming for them, obviously, if you're building a certain character, like let's say you're building Jeopard, right? And you want to get defense. Well, if you're farming for him, there's a chance you're just going to get this one instead, and you might not have a character for it, right? Now, if you are trying to build one specific character, like right now, I'm trying to build Silverwolf. Obviously, this video is going to be a little skewed because you probably just want a gun for effect hit rate like I am, or whatever, however you're building her. I know there's a few different ways to go about it, but obviously I'm going to gun for this regardless of not needing the crit damage one at all. But if you are either just starting to farm your planar ornaments or you just have a bunch of characters, definitely hear me out on this. So first off, the first one that you should be farming, easily the best out of them, is World 3 with the attack and HP. That is because the HP one is going to help for supports / healers, as it supports you by as long as you have 120 speed, all allies gain 8% attack, and if you're a healer, you get 12% max HP, and then Tasha and Bailu scale off of HP, so your heals will do more, and even though they're not support, they still give you the attack buff, which is rather nice. I think this is probably going to be one of the best aging ones, as you really can't go wrong. As long as the healer scales off of HP, you're pretty much, HP buff and support for your healer. I don't know how else you could get much better than that until you get some like crazy stuff like, Ocean Clam and Genshin. But pretty good stuff right here. And then, of course, the attack one, you can't go wrong with that either. It's just 12% attack. 120 speed, 12% more attack. Can't go wrong. It's going to be the basic bread and butter for the damage dealers for a while. There are a few exceptions, such as Jingyun, but those ones are just more of his kit, works with it more than your generic, okay, my ult does damage, my skill does damage, I just want to do damage, which is going to be this one. So definitely farm this the most. Now, the next one to farm is probably going to be World 6. Now, as of right now, Jingyun is the only character who really wants a crit rate set because the ultimate follow-up damage is really nice. I'm sure you could work this with Himiko if you really wanted to, but I think Jingyun rocks this the best. And that's pretty much it. So, unfortunately, you will have one dead slot if you don't have Jingyun, but I think the Belobog of the Architects one is very nice. The defense is really good. You're going to run this on March, Trailblazer, and Jeopard shields are pretty much essential, so you definitely want this. The effect hit rate part is kind of rough because you're probably not going to be building to effect hit rate, but if you have Jeopard, it wouldn't really hurt to not give him effect hit rate. In fact, I tried to give him as much as possible, so if you do hit that with him, big W, his shield's going to be doing a lot of damage. So I recommend this one because, like healers, you're always going to need a shielder, and this is going to be the best set at the moment. You can argue if the HP one, if you want to be more supportive, but you definitely want the defense, so you should farm this. Then the next one to farm is going to be, watch me click on the wrong one. Yes, okay, I clicked on the right one. I was gonna say, sometimes I get 4 and 5 mixed up, and I've actually done a run on 4 wanting 5, and then going, wait, these are the right ones. But anyway, the next one is going to be the effect hit rate and the crit damage. Now, as of recording this, there's not a character who wants crit damage yet, In the future, there probably will be a character who wants this. The thing that sucks is it only works for the first attack for the second part of the passive, where you get 60% crit rate. Maybe there's a character who can utilize this in the future, but as of right now, there isn't. But if you get a good one, like I got a ice one with crit rate on it and crit damage, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep that. So definitely keep them, but as of right now, this one's not really useful. However, the effect hit rate one is. You can use this for characters such as Welt, Silverwolf, and Pela. Sambo's a bit of a, I wouldn't quite use this on him, but for your Nihility character, this is going to be very, very nice. And this is what I'm currently farming for my Silverwolf. Effect hit rate is very, very nice. Plus, you also get an attack bonus based off effect hit rate. This is a really good one and not one of those stinky, oh, your first attack will always, inflict whatever it is on the enemy. You don't have to worry about effect hit rate. I wouldn't like it as much. I like the permanent buff. I don't have to worry about, oh, I lose it after the first attack or the first turn or the first ultimate, whatever it may be, right? So I really like this one. Very good set. Definitely should farm it, but there are less characters, and since all of them are summonable, you're not going to have as much of an easy way to grab them, such as Marth 7th and the Trailblazer are free, so you definitely would have them and would definitely be able to grind them up with the defense ones. And then last, but I would say not least, but unfortunately, I think the Break Effect one is just who would use this, right? Now, not only does it have a higher speed requirement than other characters, it only boosts it by 20, so 36% for Break Effect. If there's a character who scales off of Break Effect, I could see this actually being good in the future. But as of right now, I don't see why you'd ever use this. And then there is this one. Now, the energy regeneration rate by 5% is nice. It's not bad by any means. However, when the wearer's speed reaches 120, they instantly get their action forward by 40% at the start of battle. I've seen people use this Silverwolf to get her, skill off, get the weakness implants on the enemy, and then the other characters go, and you don't have to worry about building her speed too much. But then you lose it and you only get 5% energy regeneration rate, and most of the time you spam her ult with that. But honestly, I think the effect hit one is just better, unless you're just going full DPS, right? I'm not a huge fan of immediately losing the 40% jump forward and then you only have 5% energy regeneration on your whole set. Still, you can use it on certain characters. Definitely not awful, but definitely the weakest of the worlds. When we get an update, I'm sure there's going to be a World 7, as we're missing the final boss of the Belobog story, and then we're also missing that deer enemy from the third world. But regardless of that, as of recording this, those are, in my opinion, the order you should farm them or worry about them, which is World 3, World 6, World 5, and then lastly, World 4. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're focusing on a certain character, definitely just focus on them. For me, it's Silverwolf. For you, could be, Luocha, could be, Sele, it could be Yangqing, it could be Himiko, whatever it may be. If you're focusing on one character, just focus on their set. Still not a bad time to farm it. You could just salvage those and synthesize it into another, Planar Ornament. But other than that, that'll be it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future Honkai Star Rail content. And of course, best of luck on your drops. Let me know how it's going for you, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.